Hello there, and welcome to this edition of Thought for the Week. A few years ago, when we were in Israel, we were down in the wilderness of Judea, not very far from the Dead Sea, and we suddenly heard this roaring noise. It was pretty scary, to be frank with you. Unfortunately, we had someone with us who was very used to the wilderness of Judea, and the person said to us, "For goodness sake, get up out of this wadi." We were in a wadi. What's that? Well, a wadi is a dried up riverbed that runs through the wilderness, and it carries flood water which falls on Jerusalem hundreds and hundreds of feet up above the Judean wilderness, and these huge floods of water build up as they come roaring through these dried up canyons, these dried up riverbeds. And they come down with such terrifying force that when they reach the escarpment above the Dead Sea, they plunge over in a huge waterfall, carrying all before them. And if you were down in one of the wadis when those flash floods were careering through, well, they could easily sweep you away. Exceedingly dangerous. Very dangerous for animals too, especially animals like sheep. To be caught in one of those wadis would be fatal. And so a shepherd who knows his stuff listens carefully in the season when the heavy rains come to make sure that no floods are coursing through the wadis. He has to make sure that his sheep are safe. And that's picked up by David, the shepherd king of Israel, when he wrote what we call Psalm 23. He said this of his shepherd: "He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul, my life force." He leads me beside quiet waters. The interesting thing is that when those flash floods have passed by, they leave water settled in small cups in the bottom of the wadi. And when he then takes the sheep down into the wadi, once the flood has passed, they're able to drink safely from that still, quiet water. It's fascinating to see this in reality, but even more wonderful to know that that's how the Lord provides for us. When he provides refreshment for us, there's no danger involved, none whatever. It is quiet water, water that can refresh us and water that won't harm us. You see, one of the things about a sheep is that a sheep's nose is very close to its mouth. And so if a sheep thrusts its head down into violent water, rough water, there's a terrible danger that it will sniff water up its nose and actually drown in a small amount of water that is not still. But the shepherd, in order to protect the sheep and provide for the sheep, leads them to still water. We can depend on our shepherd always to do the right thing by us, to refresh us, and always to protect us. Hallelujah. Bye for now.